I am Professor Peter Mbithi, the Deputy Vice Chancellor, Administration and Finance at the University of Nairobi. I have been the Chairman and the Resource Leader of the Rapid Resource Initiative Program. It is a program which is time-bound to produce specific results. Certain objectives and targets are set, and these I expect to be met within that one time. Ultimately, the objective is to have adherence to the Constitution and integrity as a way of life in the culture of the university. I want to thank you all and hope that you will enjoy this documentary.
The University of Nairobi is the largest university in the East African region as we stand now, with some 10 campuses and over 63,000 students. This university has graduated over 156,000 odd graduates.
A participation of a young person at the University of Nairobi at our time and even today is a very loud sentence in your resume, in your CV, that will slide doors open.
The thing about the university is that it's, I will always say it's the silent key player. People don't know this, but the silent key player in the sense that you may not hear them talking, but they are always talking in the background and talking quite effectively.
University of Nairobi, the mother of all the other universities.
The University of Nairobi has been present at every step of the constitutional making process.
The experience of the university was and it should always be identified and appreciated as the foundation that gave us the fountain of confidence and visibility that has enabled us be who we are.
So I must say that yes, it contributed to what I am today. It made me at a very early age engage with national leaders. Politics really began as a student, and rising to be a student leader was part of this process. And I think then, right from the university, we started now fighting for change, particularly to return Kenya to a multi-party democracy.
You found the university became a very important reference point for the agenda to enunciate and propagate national values, the interest for the common man, the interest for the student, the interest for the aggrieved, the voice against oppression. That's how the student movement and the academic staff union became an important platform to speak out.
The university lives in the past, in the present, and in the future. Our alumni represent the past and the present, and they must participate in the development of their university, of their alma mater.
I was appointed as the Secretary of the Constitution of Kenya Review Commission, and I was at that time a lecturer at the University of Nairobi. Professor Gio Magoha, who is also my friend, graciously allowed me to take that appointment on an unpaid leave of absence.
This university provides human resource capacity to run the government, to run the university systems, and to run the industry. When the time comes, we allow the staff to go, but of course they always come back.
Many of our staff, and actually students, served on the commission. We had up to 4 members of staff as members of the Constitution of Kenya Review Commission. Professor Musili Wambua, who is the Associate Dean, was a member of that commission. So was the Attorney General, Honorable Githumu Muigai. So was the late Hastings Koth Ogendo and Adronico Adede.
In 2001, I started off serving at the CKRC then. We were about only 15 commissioners. Those who know the story very well, that was before the merger with the People's Commission of Kenya, which was headed by Dr. Okioko Baka. So we were appointed initially 15 commissioners under the chairmanship of Professor Yashpal Gai. Most of those who were appointed actually were lecturers at the University of Nairobi.
So I'm currently a senior lecturer at University of Nairobi School of Law, Parklands campus. But I have taken a leave of absence to serve on the Commission for the Implementation of the Constitution, which has a 5-year term.
I served actually as a rapporteur and as an assistant program officer at the Constitutional Review Commission of Kenya. So just as a student at that time. And I served under one of the lecturers, all our lecturers actually.
We had many people participating from various departments. We had development studies, political science, we had literature.
And having been nominated by the women to be in the commission, one of the major roles that I was to play was actually to ensure that the women's agenda was taken on board the new constitution. We had really very, very good representation. Not even representation, we had very good guidance from the University of Nairobi members of staff in the writing of the constitution.
I think because the constitution is basically about the law, people assumed that it was lawyers who were actually driving the process. But largely what the lawyers were doing was that they were interpreting a lot of information from experts and translating them into law. To give you a case in mind, what comes to mind is, for example, the Urban Areas and Cities Act that was being ran then by Mutama Kangu and a host of other experts and lawyers. As a department working together with the Architectural Association of Kenya, we had a retreat in Mombasa that specifically looked at this in a lot of details.
So the University of Nairobi was the institution that provided the largest number of individuals who, in a manner of speaking, midwifed the constitution that we today have as the Constitution of the Republic of Kenya.
The University of Nairobi has been at the center of the making of the Kenyan Constitution, and they are also there at the center of the implementation process.
Now, when we talk of for example, the implementation, I recall just a few days ago we had invited the Speaker of the Senate and the Speaker of the National Assembly to talk about implementation. And one of the things the Speaker of the National Assembly stated was that they rely extensively on the advice of the lecturers from the University of Nairobi at the committee stage. And it is the committees of parliament which are crucial in ensuring that there is implementation of the constitution through the various legislation.
But as a corporate body, I think what the university has done with the Rapid Results Initiative is probably the most significant thing, because it has taken the constitution and broken it down for the members of staff and held different convenings for different cadres of staff where they have been taken through the entire document of the Constitution.
I recall, for example, just about 2-3 weeks ago, the university had, the students had a project in Korokosho, and the whole idea was to sensitize the community as far as their rights under the Constitution are concerned. The students got involved, they were funded by the university, and therefore they were able to share with the members of the public.
Later on, we had many activities, legal clinics, tree planting, football and games, and public lectures, teaching about the Constitution, colloquia, and so on, that were able to delineate the journey of constitutional making toward the promulgation.
Now we have a constitution. I think one of the best, very strong on the Bill of Rights, very strong on individual rights. And this is why If it is fully implemented, this country is now prepared for takeoff.
There's been a revolution of a cataclysmic proportions. The teaching of law has been totally revolutionized because all the laws that have hitherto been in existence must be in conformity with the current constitutional dispensation.
We have a brand new curriculum, which we are now teaching courses that help students understand the new constitution. We are probably the only school in this country that are now offering a course on the law on devolution.
I'm excited because indeed I have now the reserve of knowledge in terms of being able to explain to them the rationale that led to the law being the way it is. For each particular provision, I can share with them the context that allowed for the thought that, this is the best way the law could be.
The university can still play a role, like it has done before, especially through the students, that we are not yet out of the woods with this new constitution.
What is lacking is the constitutional culture. Kenyans need to internalize. And I think this is where I want to challenge the University of Nairobi and other universities to help the country get into that culture of constitutionalism. Because if everybody gets that, the policemen in the streets will not go harassing people. Yeah?
It is our responsibility to continue engaging with the policymakers and with the public to ensure that it is implemented, that the new constitution is implemented in letter and spirit. We do not want a dead constitution. The constitution must grow, with us, and must grow, and the university will make it grow by continuing to interpret it and to engage the general public as well as the policymakers and politicians in this debate.
It is important to realize that the third and most practical mandate of a university is community service. We are here to serve. And therefore, we hope that we will be able to serve the Kenyan community and the international community in publishing materials that will be useful in the development of people.
At the university, we insist on implementing the Constitution. If you look at the leadership at the top, you will find that, for example, we have complied by making sure that the face of Kenya is there, it's looking at you. If you look at the staff, merit is the most important thing, but we have also still complied with the Constitution with regards to effectiveness and gender. I'm saying this because if we can do this, then we have the right to tell others that you must also do the same.